this day on September 6, 1965, the Indian Army dealt a severe blow to the Pakistan Army. In the early hours of the day, it launched an offensive against Lahore from three sides. The attack on Lahore was retaliation for the Pakistani aggression in Jammu and Kashmir, and it caught the Pakistan Army by complete surprise. Now, here's exactly what happened. In the early hours of this day in 1965, troops of the Indian Army launched an attack in the Lahore sector in Pakistan by advancing on three fronts. These three fronts of the attack were on the Wagha-Dograi, Khalra-Barki and Khimkaran-Kasur axis. The famous Wagha border joint check post on the erstwhile Grand Trunk GT Road was taken over in a surprise action by firing a few shots. Columns of the Indian Army raced down the road towards Lahore. The leading Indian Army troops reached the outskirts of Lahore in Batapur, Dograi and Barki. But why the attack? The Pakistan Army had been waging an undeclared war in Jammu and Kashmir since August 1965. This is around the time when Pakistani infiltrators were pushed inside erstwhile state under what was known as Operation Gibraltar. On September 1, the Pakistanis launched a conventional military attack supported by tanks and the Pakistan Air Force near Jammu. The aim of the Pakistani forces was to capture Aknoor and advance towards Jammu. India's attack on Lahore was in retaliation to the Pakistani aggression in this sector. Shortly after the midnight of the intervening night of September 5 and 6, Indian Army troops crossed the international border in several places in Punjab. The attack caught the Pakistan Army by surprise in the Lahore sector. According to the Lieutenant General Harbaksh Singh, the Western Army commander at the time, the strategic concept of this offensive was to force the Pakistan Army to deploy its forces in this sector and also to prevent their development in aid of the Pakistani offensive in Aknoor. The Indian plan also included the capture of large chunks of Pakistani territory in Punjab. This would give India a bargaining hand in future talks. The eventual attack down the Grand Trunk Road by the Indian Army's 15th Infantry Division easily overwhelmed the border guarding forces of Pakistan at Wagha. Elements of an infantry battalion reached as far as Batapur on the outskirts of Lahore down the same road. The Pakistan government as well as the military never expected that India would open a front in Punjab. They only expected Indian retaliation in Jammu and Kashmir. Hence, when the attack on September 6 took place, the Pakistan Army was caught by surprise. The Pakistan Army was forced to rush reinforcements to the Lahore sector to fend off the Indian attack. It also had to divert the Pakistan Air Force from its focus on the Aknoor front and employ aircraft to attack Indian troops advancing in the direction of Lahore. According to the military historians, the capture of Lahore was not envisaged by the Indian military planners because of the large number of troops it would have needed. However, there were plans to destroy the bridge over the river Ravi in Shahdara area of Lahore. This was to interdict the Lahore-Wazirabad highway in case the success in Lahore sector was to be exploited further.